Hello itinerants of the internet, my name is not important, but you can call me Nimportant, or Nimpy if you're beginning to feel rather smitten with my cartoon head. I'd just like to make it known that in real life my head is just a square. As you may know from previous videos, I believe that there are more than 7 deadly sins, and my aim is to update the traditional list with a few abominable actions of the more modern era. Without further ado, let me reacquaint you with the title screen. Welcome to the Execrables. Now, I'd just like to say before we start that a novelty doorbell is not what I would spend a spare tenner on at the end of the month. I'd be more likely to buy, well, food. All too often they play a ringing, scratchy knockoff rendition of a well-known TV intro, country song or national anthem, and they're always a note out or they finish too early, too abruptly or too late. Usually, I would say
they are cheap and tacky.
But if I could program my own, which currently I can't, but I will look up after finishing this video, I would buy one, and I'd make it play the Gallagher intro or a theme from another 80s coin-op whose soundtrack doesn't get old when it's played over and over, naturally finishes abruptly, and doesn't sound unbearably terrible through a tiny speaker designed for chimes. And I would do all of this for the simple reason that novelty doorbells could help combat a far greater evil, an evil that curses us as a society. And it's all the fault of advertising, once again. Today's Execrable is including a doorbell chime in a TV advert that sounds so generic that people begin to wonder whether it was their own. It doesn't help that usually adverts are far louder than the movie, radio segment, TV show or YouTube video you've just been enjoying, so the ding-dong is loud enough to be your own even if you have the TV at a moderate volume. And it's even worse if you own dogs, because then they mistake it for a real doorbell even if you don't, and they start barking like hellhounds at 11 o'clock at night. Why adverts directors decide that they need a doorbell in their product plug, I will never know. A door knock would be so much better. At least then there would be a clear enough difference between the TV sound and the sound of an impatient person outside who conveniently overlooks the existence of your doorbell in the same way the world conveniently overlooks the existence of the 4th Indiana Jones movie. This issue affects me personally because I have answered the door when the doorbell had not been rung on many an occasion. And once or twice this has cost me my seat on the sofa and my choice of what's on TV. Too many times have I left Rod Taylor journeying thousands of years into the future only to find upon returning that the distant future he visits is seemingly dominated by lush green hills, demonic vacuum cleaners, and a highly evolved species with television sets in their stomachs. Well, this is very different to the book. Oh wait, that's because I'm watching the bloody Teletubbies. There's a point. How is it that young children these days instinctively know how to change the channel on my TV, but they can't quite grasp how to use the bog in the appropriate fashion? I'm getting sidetracked. As I said, it's all advertising's fault. It's advertising's fault I have to expend energy answering the door to no one. It's advertising's fault the dogs go nuts. It's advertising's fault I have to sit on the floor. It's advertising's fault the Teletubbies hijack the time machine. And it's advertising's fault there's piss in the sink. There, another lovely execrable to add to the list. As always, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it. It really helps me out. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to pour out some bleach. Some for the sink, some for a nightcap. Nimpy out.
This has been a public service announcement.